not going to work.
Okay, can I explain something to you, right? I've had coaches who I thought I was like super cool with, yeah? And I mean, this is later on in my career, right? And I mean, these are coaches that, like, we'll be in the car, go into games, hours. We talk on the phone. Like, yo, coach will be like, yo, do you think we should bring this guy back? And I'll be like, no. Like, you know, like asking me decisions, blah, 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 blah. Or like, yo, listen, even to a point where it's like a little bit of personal development, if I touch on it. And let's be real, like, yo, maybe you should try and do this a little bit more. And I mean, in my own personal life. You see what I'm saying to you? And in my head, I'm like, rah, like, this guy is like really checking for me, right? And I would say I took a bit of time off for basketball and I tried to go back to that same team. And I'm thinking like, rah, like, when everybody left and you needed someone to play, you called me and I came. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've been riding for the last 3 years. So I'm thinking to myself, yo, if I want to play again, just make a quick phone call, boom, 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 boom. And the doors were closed. And it was no conversation. And this is what I'm trying, this is a part of what I think people need to understand, that there are people who are businessmen, right? And what I mean by this is that they will do anything and everything to maintain relationships, provided it benefits them. When you get to a point, and the only reason why I'm saying this now, because I think there are going to be a few players who might watch this, your followers, you've got like loads of followers, but people who might watch this, and they will learn something from this. And they will say to themselves, hold on a sec, my basketball career is a business, and I need to approach this as a business. So me not playing somewhere for that year will have literally a knock-on effect for the years to come. You know, it will stop me from going here. And you know what's funny with you? I bet you got more love in Germany than you did in London.
Way more.
Isn't that crazy?
There's people that still message me today like, yo, when you coming back? Oh, what? Like, you should play here. Like, this team's doing this. I get that all the time.
And that's the sad thing about the UK. I've had more success outside of the UK than I have in the UK as a basketball player. Even though I started here, but I mean, like, I've gone to places where people are like, wow, like, da, 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 da. When you're in UK, like, no one gives it up. Bro, no one will give it up. And that's one of the reasons why I started this, because I feel like there's players out there who they've put in work and people won't give it up. Like, people won't say like, no, dude, you nice. Like, people will never give it up. The coaches won't give it up to you. Even after when you stop, maybe in conversation, if they speak nicely about you, but they won't just say to you, hey, look, you're solid, but hey, the way you play doesn't fit into my idea of what I want to do this year. Even if someone said that to you, if someone said that to you, at least you as a man, you can still keep that relationship which you thought was a friendship and say to yourself, you know what, that's my guy because he kept it real with me. He said to me, look, boy, we're going in a different direction. Listen, I know this person has got a team up, blah, blah. That's how you treat your friends, bro.
This is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. My boy in Germany, they cut him. Yeah, he's an unbelievable player. They cut him, right? And I was like, that is the dumbest shit. I went to the office. I was like, yo, that shit is crazy. Why did you cut this man? Like that's crazy, you know? But they sent him to another team. You're gonna tell me that? And they this guy. They flew him in. They shipped him out. Like, I prefer playing for people I don't know now than doing like playing ish. Oh, we needed let me play for business, man. Let me because it was always some sort of don't get me wrong, like coaching wise, he's limited, yeah. But it was always some sort of psychological bullshit with this guy. Like, we couldn't just get on and play basketball and learn how to play this game. And
the older players were like that, bro.
But he was a.
No, when I mean the older players, I mean the players that are older than me who coach now, right? Top to bottom. I mean the BBL veterans, right? All of them.
Yeah.
And you know most of them. You've had interaction with all of them. All of them, they have this level of a mind game that they keep with people. and you're not aware of it until you take a step back and say to yourself, oh, oh, that's why he did that. But they won't tell you because there's a certain level of, they have to, and I could be wrong, but they have to have a certain hold on you in order for you to be able to do what they want or what they feel is necessary for their team success or their personal success. And to me, the older lot, even the coach, one of the coaches, when I used to play for him, he always used to say, basketball's a mind game. Basketball's a mind game. Basketball's a mind game. And every time he said that shit, I'm like, what the? You know what I mean? But he's telling you basketball is a mind game. And most of these coaches, the better coaches, they understand, and I don't like to use this word, but it does happen. They know how to manipulate the mind of their players in order for them to, and it's just, and if you really check it, that's business.
I'll be real with you.
Some people, that's what it's like, bro.
Do that to me if you're paying me stupid money, because then I can figure it. Like, let me complain into my bag of money. Don't do that to me when it's almost a chore to do this. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And what I'll tell you one thing, yeah. And I don't care who hears me. I don't care what anyone says, yeah. One thing that killed me about this guy is when we used to lose, it was our fault. But when we used to win, it was him. Like, yeah.
That's hilarious.
And we had dudes getting 34 and 18. Like, we had a guy called Howard Crawford, 34 and 18. We beat this team solely because of him. And I never heard him go, yo, Howard, that was unbelievable, bro. But when we won, oh, yeah, you see how we locked him up there. I heard him on the phone, listen to this guy. I'm thinking, bro, I had 21 points. You're going to mention on your phone call at some point, and I don't want props, but don't give yourself props. Don't do that. This is a team game. This ain't the last. This is a team game, bro. So, yeah, man, that whole experience. Germany was way better for me, especially my second year in Germany. My third year was I hated my third year with all its, like, and my third year I got paid the most, but I hated it the most, which is
more ironic. Pressure. More pressure.
No, unfortunately not. I like pressure.
No, but why did you hate it more? You're earning more money. Because you're on the same team.
Because you play on a team that's, I don't want to call it a team, but they're a team with money. You have to play on a team with money but have no ambition. The one thing I'll tell you, all these young pros, if you play for a team that go, we just want to stay in the league, you're about to have a long year. No matter how much they're paying you, you're about to have a long year. If they go, oh, we just want to stay in the league. And I heard it in my first year, and I thought, whatever, I'm not even trying to hear that. If we can move up, we're moving up. But I spoke to the American who came off the flight, and I recruited a guy called Glenn. Is a gay? I helped recruit him because they heard of him, and I called him like, Glenn, I'm from London, come through. We're trying to move up when I called him on the phone. But it don't matter. Like, if that's indoctrinated into the locals, it's over. They're gonna skip practices. They're gonna shoot 15 times in one game, even if you lose, because championship basketball is not the priority. Like we had a guy, bro. We're losing by 15. They got the stat sheet in their hand. But when I tell you, like, yo, like I snatched the stat sheet every time, like, yo, we're down by 15. There's not a stat you need right now. We're down by 15, bro.
That's
you know, and bro, I've had that. I've seen like that. When I see the stat sheet in someone's hand at halftime, I'm telling you right now, good question in my heart. Like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at right now? The only person I think should have a stat sheet in their hand is the coach. And if you're going to look at the stat sheet, you got to look at the stat sheet with the coach. That's one good thing that Robert used to do. Let's say I had a 15-point half, right? Robert would come like, yo, Ish, I ain't gonna lie, you're shooting the ball well. You did this once, and I give him props for this. He goes, you ain't got no rebounds. See, I'll never forget that. Like, went and got six of them.
But you see stuff like that. Like, remember I said to you earlier on, he's just giving you a goal. Do you see what I'm saying? He's been very specific. Like, he's been like, yo, you're doing this well, but hey, get us some rebounds. Do something specific, and a lot of coaches won't do that.
More of that, less of the bullshit, and he'll be all right.
maybe
More
you
less of the
maybe you can
bullshit.
give him a call. Maybe he might give you a call. Maybe he might give you a call after he watches this.
He don't want
But why did you
want to hear what I got.
go out for
He
a
don't want to hear
drink?
what I got to say.
Go out for a drink, man. Hey, why did you leave Germany?
Oh man, I picked Germany because of.
No, why did you leave Germany?
Well, why did I leave?
Yeah.
I tell you what. It's actually, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. One day, my daughter, stupid, she ate a tablet. You know one of those things that you put in the washing machine. She ate one of those and got really sick. And I got a phone call early in the morning saying Ezra's in hospital. I was like, why am I here? I can't get to my kid. I have to get on a flight to get to my kid. But she ended up being fine. And I did cuss her out when I got home. But because you're worried, you know, your child, you're worried. Like you just made, I'm sitting there like, I just made you. Like, what are you doing? And that was the main reason why I wanted to stay in England. But the second reason was I wanted to play for a team that could win. So when I went to Worthing, I thought, right, we could win with Zaire. Because Zaire is Zaire, you know, and I didn't understand how wild he was. He's wild, but he's a winner. He loves winning, like anything. Like I will shoot solidly for a month, like a routine, and my shot will be good, and he'll come in and beat me in the shooting game just because of his brain. Like he can't lose, he hates losing. So I wanted to play for a team that was going to win. So for the last 2 years, not at the level I wanted to, but we have been winning. We're second.
Yeah, I remember seeing you in the finals. I was rooting for you, to be honest with you, when you went to the finals that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't this season's a wrap. But I mean, I believe it was last year. I was watching you guys on YouTube Live. And I was really rooting for you guys to win. But it just seemed like, who did you lose to in the finals again?
Solet, Solet's a machine. That's Matt Guyman. He played me that madness.
Yeah, I know. Listen. I was telling someone the other day this. I was like, he was the first person I saw with a battle rope online. Before I saw a battle rope, I saw Brock Lesnar with a battle rope.
Yeah.
And I saw Matt with a battle rope in the back of his garden. And I was like, what the hell's this? 10 years later or 5 years later, everyone's using battle ropes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, what was that like losing in the finals? Because going into that, to be honest with you, to me, I felt like Solon just came out from, is it Solon, right?
Yeah.
To me, it seemed like they just came out from nowhere. Like, it just felt like they came out, and they were undefeated. They were undefeated this year.
Bro, they were ridiculous this year. They'd have come 8th in the BBL this year. They're a playoff team in the BBL.
Didn't they have what's his name there as well? The kid he used to play at Leicester with him. What's his name?
Elliot Sentence.
Yeah, instant trigger. Instant trigger.
He's nice. He's
and when
nice.
I saw it, and I didn't even know he was playing for them. I was like, they've got him as well. And I think he played in America as well, right?
He played in America, but he went to Germany, bro. And his game came back, he evolved. When he went to Germany, it kind of refined his game. He plays defense so well. He's tall. He gets to the basket. He understands spacing.
He's
like 6'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I remember playing with him at Leicester. And when that kid used to drive me crazy, bro. Like, he was so confident, yeah? He was one of those guys that if you pass him the ball, go get the rebound.
Yeah.
Anywhere on the court. And I mean, he would shoot it dead. Yo, he would shoot the ball, yeah? He would take some horrible shots, yeah? And they would go in. But he would take some horrible shots and miss them, come back down and shoot again. Like, he was just like, he was unconscious when he comes to shoot. But he could ball. So it was funny when I saw him on, I think, a picture, I was like, Solon got him as well. But yeah, do you think Solon are going to go to the BBL?
No, I don't. But I think they could. But I'm glad that I personally am glad that they're NBL one. I personally am. I think that's how you run an organization. I think their coaching pathway is excellent. That's how you run an organization. And I think there's some BBL teams that can look into what they're doing and understand that, you know. And Matt is, not only have they got great players, they got Elliot Dadds, they got Jonathan Lashley, they got Brendan Okoronkwo, but they also got Matt Guyman, who's an excellent coach. Like he is an excellent. They got a great coach. They got Coach O'Keefe as well. They got a really good coaching staff. Like I envy the way they play basketball. Like I don't think anyone's better than me or whatever, but the way they play, the way they move that basketball, the way
it's levels.
It's levels. They shoot a hyper. They shoot a hyper.
It's levels. Bro. See, and that's how I know you love basketball and you love to compete, because we have a team in the Prem local league, and they're a Greek team, and we've only beat them once. Last year we didn't want to give them one loss, but they are so organized on the court that when you're playing, sometimes you got to be like, no, I'm competing against it, because you're just amazed. You're like, wow, they rotated the ball.
Yeah.
He went in, he went out. Oh, they ran the reverse. Oh, he came off this. Like, it's just beautiful basketball. And I think only people who really can appreciate basketball can understand what it is when you see it. Like, it's like poetry in motion, a bit of a cliche, but yeah, that must be awesome.
Bro, the way they used to the way they killed us last time, like, bro, they ran so fast, they filled their spots, and the ball was moving faster than they was running. That's the only way I could really feel. That's the way it felt. Like they like we're running back in transition and we're picking up guys that we're not supposed to be guarding. That's how fast they're moving. So they were better than everyone in our league. They were better.
They're better than most BBL teams.
Man,
they went to the finals. They went to the finals, and I believe.
But that was crazy.
Listen, I believe if we didn't have the COVID, things might have been different for them. Because remember, everybody wasn't sure what's going to happen. Remember, that's when it just first started. And I think they just leave that in just to squeeze it in. Do you see what I'm saying to it? As it was just so close. But you never really know. But on to you, what's the most points you've ever scored in a game? I like to ask everybody that. That you can remember.
Professionally, 32. Before I was a professional, 45.
Whew. What's it like when you score a lot of points after the game? How long does that sit with you for?
I don't really care. Like,
serious?
I like winning. Yeah,
I don't really
care, man. No, I don't really care.
Man, when I was younger, if I score a lot, I'm good for a good week. I'm telling you.
I only care if. Firstly, I only care if we was having a bad game and I brought us from the brink of death with my scoring, or if it was super efficient.
Okay, fair enough.
Or, like when I scored 32, I knew from 3-point line. From 3-point line, I was 8 for 16, and I hated that.
Wow.
Because I ended up shooting 20 plus, but I was 8 for 16 from the 3-point line when I was in Germany, and I hated it. I was like, how can I only have 8 out of 16? I was pissed because the workout I did before the game, I usually work out 2 hours before the game. I hit 22 out of 25 shots, and they were the shots I was taking in the game, and I was popping myself up and stuff. I was like, what the hell? This is crap. This sucks. So I actually, even though I scored 32, the coach came up to me, the practice. Because I didn't shoot that practice. I just wasn't shooting a lot that practice because I was pissed about the 8 for 16. I know it's 50%, but it's a lot of shots, yeah? I did sit there and the coach was like, what are you doing? Like, he cut me out. Like, you just had 32. Why are you not shooting? Like, I'm like, yeah, but I took 20 plus to get it. Like, I don't want that.
I've never looked at like percentages. To me, if the end justifies the means and we win, if we lose, I will look at my percentage and say to myself, maybe I shot a little bit too much. But if we won, most of the time, because it's like people like there isn't a leading plus or minus player of all time.
No,
there isn't someone in. When's the last time someone said, "Oh yeah, see that player right there? He's always in the plus after every game." Like, no one cares. People just like, how many points did you have? How many points did you have? How many points did you have? After 32, I would have broke the X button on my PS and never ever passed no one again. Trust me. But
bro,
go on.
I love the plus minus so much that we were playing Westminster, and Justin Hitchman was cooking us, right?
Mm-hmm.
and he was talking, you know, he's like blah blah blah, and he wasn't talking to me. He started talking to my boy, and I was like, nah, I ain't having that. So I said, Justin, yeah, you got 28 points, but you're minus 32 on the plus minus. Who cares? Like that was my.
But that was your comeback. That is such a nerd thing to say.
Look at your plus minus. You look at your plus minus. Like,
that's hilarious. That is so funny, man. That is such a nerdy comeback ever, man. Hey, so onto the last two areas, and also, guys, if you like what we're talking about, go and check him out on his own social media, on his Instagram. He's always talking about movies. So there was something you spoke about a couple of weeks ago. I like to believe maybe a month. I can't remember. I don't even know what day it is right now. But you said something about hood movies. Would you like to explain what you said about hood movies being trash?
They're disgustingly shit. Like it's crazy. Like how bad they are. Like it's crazy. Like, and if we start in the hood movies in England, yeah,
cool.
They're terrible. Now, Amal Amin is a very good actor. Amal Amin. He was in Kid Hood. He was in the movie the Yardie, the movie Idris made.
Oh, the black one.
Well. Yeah. Oh yeah. But Kid Hood, Adulthood, Brotherhood, Blue Story, they suck. They suck so bad. Like
as a quote unquote film.
As anything, as an entity, they suck.
Oh.
They're the raisins of movies. Boys in the Hood is the raisin. Is the raisin brand of movie. Boys in the Hood reminds me of eating raisin brand cereal with semi-skimmed, the red top milk, the skimmed milk. It's just the worst. Like, what are we even doing?
Okay, so wait. So, from what you're saying hood movies are trash.
Yes.
Okay.
But not in the way of if you make a hood movie, you're making a trash movie. Not in that way. In the way of people who are making hood movies are making bad ones. I've seen like 3 good hood movies in my life.
Go on.
3 good. And I've seen 1 good hood series in my life.
Go on.
So 2 good hood series. Obviously, The Wire is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the first season, not the second season, because my cousin was in the second season. I said it to him at a funeral and he got all mad. But the first season, yeah, of yeah, I know. What's the hood movie with Kano and Asher D?
Oh, Top Boy.
Top Boy. The first season of Top Boy.
That was solid.
And The Wire.
Okay.
The second season of Top Boy makes no damn sense.
All right. So, but the question I'm asking you, do you know the reason why hood movies are important?
This is why they suck. Yes, I do.
Okay, so
this is why they suck.
You tell me why you think hood movies are important.
So, a hood movie, in a nutshell, is a movie based on real events. Doesn't have to be. It could be fictional, but it's a movie based on real events. All Night in the Day is based on someone's story. He's telling his story from jail, and all day, one night is on Netflix right now. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. That's the best hood movie I've ever seen.
Night and Day, solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
The cast, the direction, the writing, the score, everything. There is no like. All right, I'll tell you why Boys in the Hood sucks.
I'm going to tell you right now. This will be a part of this that I'm going to chop, and the tagline will be "Boys in the Hood sucks." Just know. Yeah.
Perfect.
Just letting you know. Go ahead.
Now, not only is the acting bad, yeah, like it's bad, yeah. I don't even know if they're from the ends. Like, is this how you act? This is not the ends. It's all sensationist bullshit. All these acts, all the acts, the first act, the second act, the third act, is all based on something sensational. Like, it doesn't have to it just comes out of nowhere. And we know this hood stuff doesn't come out of nowhere. These problems have stem. Like, there's no way, like, what's one of the dickhead scenes when they're having a cookout? So what I kind of grasped what they were trying to do. They were just trying to do way too much of the movie. Like, what? Like, your first hood movie is going to be based on Cuba Gooding Jr., yeah? This donut, yeah, who goes to live with his dad, where black fathers are normally absent, and that's the reason why a lot of hoods are having issues, because of the absent father thing. I'm not so you want to not stereotype the black man, but stereotype the black man. So even though the black man, the father's in his life, he lives in the hood. His dad owns where gun crime is prevalent. He he's asking his son to go out and beat chicks and make sure he wears this guy's friends are gangsters and plays American football by his brothers from the ends, and it's just the way it's executed is so garbage. Yeah, I can't take how garbage it is. And what they do is they have a really dramatic score and gangster rap, and it just doesn't mesh. Like the scene where they're going to go find the guys that shot man's brother. Yeah, there should not be a score being played in that scene. You should honestly be able to naturally feel what everyone is feeling. The scene where he acts terribly, yeah. The scene where
you mean that bit?
Not in that bit. The police brutality scene. Oh no. The police brutality scene is when Nia Long just believes that even though she had values before, now she needs to have sex with you to calm your spirits. That is stupid. That is stupid.
My hat's off for
the story. Oh, it's Nia Long. That's light-skinned Nia Long. Nia Long got darker and then she got lighter again. I don't know what happened there. But
whoa!
She did. She was light-skinned there. When she was dark-skinned in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh my gosh! Oh man,
she was
so much.
But she was dark-skinned in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and then I see her in Big Mama's house, and she's mixed race again. I'm like, what's happening? But I don't know. She's gorgeous.
Continue. Oh my gosh!
So like, it just shifts too many. It doesn't explore the theme enough. It shifts blame as well. So you've got Cuba Gooding Jr.'s father talking about gentrification, which is an amazing scene in the movie. We're talking about boys in the hood, what it's like to live, but all we're learning about is gangs and gun crime. We're not learning about the finance. We're not learning about how people live their lives normally.